Mary had a little lamb.
We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Help is on the way.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show. Turn up your mind.
This is the vision of the president.
Democrats had a warning for a potential holdout Sunday. The president's priorities are on the line this week.
This is the president's Democratic agenda.
It's a key part of the president's agenda.
This is Joe Biden's bill.
Joe Biden's bill is a huge $3.5 trillion package that includes new funding for the child tax credit, universal pre-K, home health care, and much more.
We'll keep government open.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says 95% of House Democrats are now on board. But with such a slim majority, her party will need to do even better than that.
If somebody wants less than $3.5 trillion, tell us what you want to cut. Do you want to cut the child care? Do you want to cut paid leave? What is it you want to cut?
The margin for victory is narrow because Democrats cannot count on any Republican support.
Ever.
They are in the midst of an absolutely unprecedented, very damaging spending spree on a scale that we have never seen.
A small breakthrough came last night when two more centrist House Democrats announced they now support passage of the package.
Yay.
I'm optimistic about this week. It's going to take the better part of the week, I think.
Without a deal on this bill, progressives are vowing to hold up another big Biden bill, the bipartisan infrastructure package, worth another $1.2 trillion that would go towards rebuilding roads and bridges.
This is Washington. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of compromise.
Democrats have imposed this deadline on themselves to try to get this all done this week because they know that the longer this drags on, the more likely it is that problems start to pop up. And it only gets more difficult to pass major legislation like this, Gail, the closer we get to next year's midterm elections.
What? Oh, okay. So this week is a big week. This week is, a do or die week for the Biden agenda, right? This week is a very big week for the infrastructure bills. This week, in fact, today is a very big day for democracy, for the U.S. to continue to be open. Tonight is the Senate vote on funding the government and raising the debt limit to meet the $7 trillion that Republicans spent during the Trump administration. And the Republicans are going to vote no. You know that. They're going to vote no. They're going to vote to default the United States. They're going to vote not to fund the government. They're going to vote anything they can vote no to if Biden is for it, including vaccinations, including mask mandates, including testing, everything. It's just we should all just drop dead and go away because they think that that's going to help them politically. It's all about politics and power. It has absolutely nothing to do with you or the full faith and credit of the United States or keeping our word or paying bills that they ran up. No. It's all about them. It's all about their power, getting it back. You know, I got news for you. The reason why they can't sell anything to the American people anymore and they have to cheat at elections now is because they don't govern. They won't govern. They don't want to govern. If they knew how to govern, they might have, but they don't. And they just want to cheat. That's what they want to do. They want to cheat. They want to enrage. They want to, poke the bear with resentment. They want to tell you who to blame. And of course, who to blame is anybody but themselves. This is pathetic. This is sad. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So listen, with the difficulties that Congress is going to have this week, keeping the government open, keeping the government funded, trying to get an infrastructure package passed that had bipartisan support from Republicans in the Senate, and to do the reconciliation package, which has the support of the American people, remember us, Hello, the people, and I mean most of the people, almost every person in this country wants to see investment in them. Almost every person in this country wants to see investment in their child's education. They want to see investment in health care. They want to see investment in senior care. If they're seniors, they would like to be able to buy a pair of glasses. They would like a hearing aid to be covered under their health insurance plan. They would like to be able to buy a pair of glasses. They would like to be able to go to the dentist when their teeth are falling out. They would like that. And, you know, it's crazy because corporations would like to see a better educated workforce. They would love to see school. I'm not talking daycare. I'm talking school. They would like to see school start when you're 3 years old. You know, they would like to see kids learning how to read and write and their colors and draw, you know, the alphabet. They would like to see it begin earlier and later. Like if you wanted to stay in school past high school, they would like to see 2 years of community college paid for. They would. They just don't want to pay for it. And, you know, they are purchasing, what they do want to pay for is senators. They are purchasing our senators. They have the big pharma, which would go a long way to saving us, you know, anywhere from $400 to $600 billion if Medicare was allowed. This is so strange. Medicare has never been allowed to negotiate the price of prescription drugs with big pharma that it pays. And so seniors get gouged. I mean, Americans pay far more, like 3 to 5 times more for the same exact medications as does every other country. It's just, wow, it's amazing. I can't even imagine if we had to charge people for their vaccines. But anyway, you know, Big Pharma has been making big investments into people like Kirsten Sinema and Business Roundtable and Americans for Growth, which is an anti-tax group. They are literally going out there purchasing the votes of Democratic senators as well as Republican senators, the Chamber of Commerce, the National Association of Manufacturers, the Business Roundtable. All of these are lobby shops, and they are very busy purchasing our Senate because re-election is something that they think about every day when they wake up. Whereas when we wake up, we think, oh my God, maybe I have to break a pill in half because I can't afford my prescription. Or maybe we wake up and we say, oh my God, I can't afford toilet paper this morning. I hope they have a little bit of something at the, food pantry. I mean, this is sick and twisted. This is really, really disgusting and bizarre. And, so the entire reason why the 3.5 reconciliation bill, which makes major investments in us, the American people, in every nook and cranny of our lives that we need help with, from Big Pharma negotiating the price to child tax credits so that you can feed your children, to cut child poverty in half, which it will do. It's already started, but to make that tax credit a permanent thing. Home health care for senior citizens who need it so that they could stay home and not have to go somewhere horrendous, or not have to go somewhere that they can't afford to go to, or be left home all by themselves, falling down in the kitchen, or unable to drive their car, but they're driving their car. I mean, this is an epidemic down here. I mean, there's money for things that America and Americans really want in this bill, plus there's remediation on climate change. And you know what the really dirty, dirty little secret of all this is? So last week, the House passed the defense bill. And if you add that up and talk about the price tag of it the same way they talk about investment in the American people, it would be the defense bill was $768 billion for 1 year. That is $7.68 trillion over 10. And they say a $3.5 trillion over 10-year investment in us is a spending spree, the likes of which no one has ever seen, Pat Toomey said. Freaking liar. You're such a liar.